If you would like to, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on your notifications. That way you know when I upload my latest videos. I also would like to get to a 100,000 subscriber goal. You can also join my channel with memberships for a monthly subscription, and you can follow me over on Twitter at itslimey. I also have my own Roblox group called the Key Lime Pie, which you can join right now. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be the pilot episode of my brand new Royale High news show called the Royale High Weekly. And every week I'm going to be uploading these on a Friday. I'm going to be discussing topical issues in the community along with Royale High tea, and I'm going to be going over some community submissions as well. So sharing some creations people have made in the community, like art, edits, writing, anything clothing related, anything face related, textures, anything Royale High related at all. Send them in. You can do so by using the hashtag. Last week I used RH Weekly for this episode, but this week I'm going to be changing it to Royale High Weekly, so that is the full word there. So make sure to send in those submissions to me on Twitter by using that hashtag. Don't at me or anything, just use the hashtag. It's easier for me to see the submissions then. But anyway, let's get started. We're going to be talking about Royale High tea to begin with. So this was a little over a week ago now, but I feel like it's relevant to talk about in this video because this is the first episode. So I'm going to be talking about Lutz adding in diamonds to the new realm, I believe, or he at least is working on diamond sounds. This video here is quite funny because he is talking about how there's going to be new diamond sound effects. One idea is to have the numbers of the diamond amounts you earn, and the number that you earn will be shouted out. So for example, 1 will be 1, 2 will be 2, 5 will be 5, and it goes on and goes on till it gets to 20. You're like 20. So that's one idea. It was inspired by Tsukimeki apparently. So that is one piece of tea for this week. And I think the only other piece of tea we have is this pencil from Jam Jam Jew, which might or might not be for Royale High, if I'm being honest with you. But we're so dry on tea this week, I'm just going to show you this anyway. But it's a pencil, it's cute, nothing special, it's a pencil. Could be used in the schools in some way to, scribble down things. And the only way that this makes me think that it could be Royale High related is that someone mentions in the comments here, which is Sticks, if it's for Royale High, you can make it more realistic as a shared classroom pencil if there's bite marks in it and it's like the size of your pinky finger. Jam Jam. Oh, so it could allude to it being in the game, but not necessarily. It could just be a pencil, for anything. She might have just modelled the pencil. Anyway, might or might not be Royale High related, but I wanted to put it in here because the tea section's going to be quite empty this week and we're going to be discussing topical stuff. So let's go forward to our next section of the news. For this section of the video, something I really want to call keeping up with the Royale High Twitter community, or RHTC for short, is the Fountain Story contest for Valentine's Day. And this was kind of a massive drama, controversy, situation, whatever you want to call it. I really want to talk about it because it was the inspiration for me starting this news show to kind of talk about these things that happen in the community, and I think that's important. So we're going to be talking about the Valentine's Day Fountain Story contest, and now this is the video that Kate Carr uploaded about a week or so before the actual contest went live, and that was when the drama happened. So leading up to this, we did know that there was going to be a bracelet included as a prize for this contest, which was interesting because there's been these contests for fountain story submissions for about a year or so now, and there was never an exclusive prize. At Christmas, there was a halo that people were given, but nobody was told in advance that there would be that kind of prize, and they wanted to give a proper prize for this contest for the writing community. So that's what they did. So this contest was basically you had to submit a fountain story, and you write the little introduction, and then you write all of the different outcomes and things, and you submit it to CakeCar through this form. And it was basically a Google form submission kind of thing, and there was very limited entries, as you can see here, only 270 max submissions, and that was split over 2 submission times. One for American time zones and another one for people in Europe. So you had to enter one or the other. So this is where the controversy starts, I suppose, the 270 max submissions limit, because people wanted this bracelet. This is a very rare bracelet, and I guess it was advertised a lot everywhere. Because the amount of people who could submit was very, very low, it was chaotic, to say the least, to try and submit these forms. Of course, people were very upset about this because they wanted to submit their entries, they couldn't, the max had been reached, and the max had been reached very quickly, I'd say within like 4 minutes or so of the entry opening, and it actually crashed the Google document, so you couldn't even access the file. CakeCar had to actually tell everybody to leave the website so she could even open up the form to get it open in the first place so people could submit. It was very chaotic. The website crashed, people couldn't submit, people who had worked weeks and days on these, these stories that they were passionate about, but they couldn't submit them. Somebody you may know if you had watched my fanfiction video I made about Royale High, a person called Janessa, who is a writer in the community. She talked about how writers in the Royale High community don't get enough kind of submission time, I guess. They don't really get enough attention from the community, which I do think is true. I think this is the only kind of contest thing that writers can submit for, and that is completely understandable and fair, and I completely agree with her points that the writing community does not get enough attention. So that was kind of one of the points people brought up, and then there was also a big attention put towards YouTubers and blaming YouTubers for advertising this rare prize, and people were blaming YouTubers for the attention to this contest, hyping it up, saying you're going to get a rare exclusive prize from it, and of course that's taken up space from writers who probably just wanted to write for the sake of writing it, and I think a lot of that attention was kind of just put towards YouTubers when I think collectively as a community we all hyped up this bracelet. And at the end of the day, the devs decided to put that bracelet in as a prize. That's not the fault of a YouTuber. If you want to see my full opinions about the situation, I made this kind of essay of Royale High YouTubers and the reputation in the Royale High Twitter community, and it's a whole kind of essay about that, and if you want to, look at that, you can. So that was the contest over this small, dainty little bracelet with writing charms on it that everyone said was rare, which it is, because you can only get it through this contest and you cannot trade it. So everyone, of course, is going to want to enter it. And I don't think that's a problem as long as you are passionate about what you're writing, you put effort into it, and you don't take the spot of somebody who actually cares by submitting drivel. The next situation we're going to be talking about is Tradery, and Tradery is a trading website for Roblox in general, not just for Royale High, but it is Royale High related because there are Royale High related trades on this website. People are talking about how this website is against Roblox terms of service because it's an external party kind of service for trading, which is very against Roblox rules. So there was very much big debates on both sides of people in support of this website and against this website, and then the Adopt Me staff came out and said, no, Tradery violates our terms of service. And the reason I'm highlighting Jam Jam Jew's tweet here is because I feel like they were the person that brought the situation to light. They started talking about how Tradery was against the terms of service, and I'm not sure if it's against Roblox's specifically, which I believe it is. Anything external to do with Roblox in terms of trading and exchanging things is kind of very against the rules, in my opinion. In the case of, you know, you're exchanging Robux or items and things like that, it's difficult to understand where the line is drawn, because obviously there's like websites, but then people might be organizing trades on Twitter, on YouTube comments, they might be doing them on Instagram, TikTok, you know, it's hard to know where to draw the line. If this website is against the terms of service, are all of these other platforms against the terms of service? And this was a lot of people's debates about this situation. I think it poses an interesting question about how is, you know, organizing trades on external websites. How does that work? Is that against the terms of service? I suppose the biggest issue with Tradery is the amount of scamming. Now, the scamming doesn't come from the platform itself, it comes from when you start trading with people, because they can send you links, really suspicious links when you're, you know, contacting these people, and they could, you know, cookie hack your account, which basically means they only need you to click the link, they can hack your account, take all of your items, take all of your pets and Adopt Me, stuff like that. It's really, really terrible, and you don't want these things happening to your accounts. You got to be staying safe, you know, you don't want people to hack your items you've worked really hard for. So I'd advise against using this website. I used to use Tradery for Animal Crossing trades, but it was a lot safer to trade on Nookazon than it is to trade for Royale stuff or Roblox stuff in specific, because of cookie hacking and Roblox not having very safe precautions in terms of hacking accounts and things like that. So just be careful. I'd advise against using it, and don't click any links you see related to Roblox whatsoever, because it is dangerous. They will hack you. Next topic is going to be about the clothing design situation. Now, this again is a more general Roblox situation, and I'm going to be talking about this because we are a little dry on Royal High news this week, except for, you know, the whole cake car contest situation. But I'm going to be talking about the clothing designers situation because I do think it impacts Royal High as well. A lot of clothing designs come from community submissions from designers, so I think it's very, very important that we do talk about this, because there has now been implemented into Roblox a fee for uploading clothing designs, and Roblox announced this like a couple of months ago, probably at some point in 2020, and they basically were trying to do it to kind of curve the amount of botting of clothes and copying of clothes by like robots and clothing groups and stuff. So they put this fee in place to kind of have a little barrier there, but it's kind of backfired, because all it's done is hurt smaller creators, because smaller creators, they are lucky if they get like 20 sales on a clothing piece, and that's not going to earn their money back. They want to make a profit off of the clothing, otherwise what's the point? So they're, you know, having to pay 50 Robux to upload this clothing. You sell clothing for 5 Robux, you know, you sell one. And then Roblox takes a 30% rating off of that amount, so you don't end up with 5 Robux from one sale in the end. It's a lot lower than that. It's probably like one Robux or just below 1 Robux. So you're going to have to do a lot of sales to get that amount back, if you understand what I'm saying. So all it's done is hurt clothing designers. That's all it's done. And this impacts Royal High because a lot of designers, of course, upload clothing or submit clothing to Royal High to be featured. And this affects all of Roblox, and of course it affects the clothing designers as well. So I wanted to talk about the situation and how it is impacting the community, especially these small creators and clothing groups who are kind of just trying to make their way through the landscape of Roblox clothing, which is already horrendous as it is because of all of the botting and copiers. So I just kind of wanted to leave this as an open-end discussion for this video to talk about this situation, because I think it's important to talk about it. So last week I used the hashtag RHWeekly, which I'm going to be changing this week to Royal High Weekly, which will be on your screen now. And I want to go through some submissions people have sent in. It might pick up a little bit as we go through these episodes, but this is the pilot episode. It's going to be a bit janky for now. Don't use this hashtag anymore. It is dead. I'm just showing the ones I've already got already. So this is one by Cherry, and it's a beautiful edit, really clean. I love it, and I love the style. It's very like a painted look instead of the typical like really HD edits that people tend to do, and I really like the vibes of this one a lot. I like how it's painted instead. So very different. Thank you for sending this one in, Cherry. We have this absolutely gorgeous set called Fairy at Divinia set. This set is a spring Valentine's Royal High concept. I made this around final December and January, and yeah, likes and retweets appreciated. Look at this. It's absolutely stunning. Look at this. I could see this in game. How HD it is. The dress can actually transform to different lengths. So this one is longer. This one is kind of shorter and kind of pinned up at one side, and then this is a floor length version, and it has sleeves as well, a wand, and this little bow for the leg, as well as shoes. So these are kind of two different accessories. We've got a headband or some sort of crown as well. It's absolutely gorgeous, and thank you so much for Eops for sending this in. It's absolutely beautiful. Got some more faces by Shining Glimmer as well, more Valentine's themed. This one has a heart on the eye. These ones have little love heart candies on there, and this one is like a broken heart face with like little broken hearts in the eyes. So sad, but amazing designs. Thanks for sending those in. Janessa also sent in their Valentine's fountain story. There's going to be a lot of these. I'm just going to send you to the accounts instead of like reading them in the video, because the video will get really long otherwise. But make sure you come read Janessa's fountain story. This one is amazing, and Janessa is an incredible writer, so highly recommend. This is a edit by Rugis or Rugile, which is I'm so sorry if I say these names wrong, but this is an absolutely gorgeous outfit and edit. Very HD, and the lighting is beautiful, and I just want to share it because I love the aesthetics. We have another story here by King Ferret if you want to check this one out as well. This is for the Valentine's Fountain Story contest as well, of course. Make sure if you are sharing your fountain stories, by the way, that you haven't submitted them, because if you submit them and share them, you will be disqualified. Just want to put that out as a warning, because I don't want people sending in stories when they're being judged by Miss Cake Car, so just a reminder. I wanted to share with you this beautiful piece of artwork by Princess Pengu, and it is with the Darling Valentina corset and beautiful hair, which has the teal or aquamarine colour on the bottom as an ombre. It's beautiful, love it. Thanks for sending it in. We have this gorgeous edit by Melody, and it's just beautiful. It's in the trading hub, I think, in the kind of top floor area, the observatory area. I'm not sure what to call it, but it's beautiful. I love all of the details in this. The lighting is lovely, and it's just very nice. Thanks for sending it in. I think the last thing I'm going to share with you is this beautiful set concept by Sakura, aka Magic Rat. And this is a chocolate box concept for a set, and it's called the Cute Chocolate Set. So what we have here is a beautiful set. It has shoes and socks, a dress, sleeves, and a hat. And we could take a closer look here. So they're called the Chocolate Cute Sleeves or the Chocolate Cute Hat. So definitely chocolate cute set. It's very cute, and they kind of remind me of Jammy Dodgers a little bit. This little pattern that's on there, but I'm sure you'll be able to change that if it was a real set. So you could put your own patterns on there, but definitely keep like these melted chocolate parts on it. So it's very chocolatey. But thank you for sending this in, and remember that the hashtag is changing this week to Royal High Weekly. Don't forget that. Don't send any more submissions to the old hashtag. Don't don't bother to at me, don't reply to my tweets, just send your submissions to that hashtag. Anyways, thanks for watching everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and this is the pilot episode of this new show, don't forget, so it might be a little bit rough around the edges for now while I kind of get used to the idea and I refine it, fine-tune it a little bit, and it will get a lot cleaner in the coming weeks as we do more of these. But I definitely enjoyed recording this video. It's nice just to sit down, do something simple that doesn't require a lot of work on my part, and it's just nice to share some community things, submissions, and just discuss things that are happening. So thanks for watching everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.